Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, sibilance. Bang, bang. Everyone hates this.
What? Then why do we have it?
Stop.
Stop what?
I'm touching Brian.
Hey, you shouldn't.
That was my shoulder. Did you hear that pop?
No. Yes? Maybe I did. Oh.
Those are my fingers.
Oh, God. Can I? I don't have much of this.
That's my elbow.
Oh, that's a good one. Here, I got a.
Oh.
Did that make any sound?
I can hear it a little bit. Can you hear the fly around the room? There's a fly in here.
That's always annoying.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
Guess what,
This is
everybody?
The podcast.
The Rose Dog is here.
Rose Dog. Oh my God. That's the sound I think of Robot Batman's face coming off. Which I used for the clip last time.
My God. I haven't heard it yet. But we're in the same room.
We're in the same room.
It is 10:30 at night.
It is 10:30 at night.
And we're starting recording.
The recording.
It is literally 10:30 and 30 seconds.
Nice.
It's late. Oh, that just got louder.
Why?
Because I went straight into the microphone. I'm a little bit. I gave you the mic the chair that I'm usually sitting at.
Yeah.
And so now I'm having to be like extra.
You're
leany.
slumped a little bit.
Slump Dog Millionaire.
Slump Dog Millionaire.
Rose Dog.
This is the podcast where we watch the entire DC animated universe from start to finish in the controversial airdate order.
And this time we're in the same room. Sorry, I had to throw that in. Two people in one room.
Two people, one room.
Bottle episode.
0 survivors.
Is this a bottle episode?
Lost. I can be Evangeline Lilly.
I can be Evangelina Jolie.
Yeah, Evangelina Jolie in Off Balance, Batman the Animated Series. The episode we are watching today.
Mm-hmm.
This aired Monday, November 23rd, 1992.
We're getting dangerously close to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Probably.
We skipped Saturday and Sunday.
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Hi, clickety-clack dog.
I know. Wow, it's so loud on this one.
Clickety-clack. Don't talk back. That's the wrong key, but...
You were saying?
Rose, can you lie down or something?
Rose? Good girl.
Yeah, that's a dog.
That's
what dogs do. This is the 50th episode produced and the 44th to air.
50? We should
50?
celebrate our anniversary.
No, that'll be in 6 episodes.
What?
What?
But it's the 50th.
Produced.
Like our nifty 50.
No.
Like
it doesn't count. It doesn't count. This episode, Off Balance, written by Len Wein, who wrote
50th.
Moon of the Wolf.
50 Wolves.
No.
No?
Directed by Kevin Altieri.
50 Kevins.
On Leather Wings, Cat in the Claw Part 1, Feet of Clay Part 2, Pav, Clock King, Last Laugh, Eternal Youth, Two Pates, Farts 1 through 2, Night of the Ninja, Heart of Steel Parts 1 through 2. Music by Mark Koval and Michael McQuistion.
50 questions.
Mark Koval wrote the Cape and Cowl Conspiracy music and Night of the Ninja music.
50 ninjas.
And Michael McQuistion, Be a Clown, Vendetta, I Am the Night, and Christmas with the Joker.
50 Christmases.
Is this the joke you're going with the whole podcast?
You better believe it.
50 believes it.
You got it.
Animation by
50. Oh. 50 cowboys or 50 bebops?
I think it's time we blow this thing. Get everybody to start together.
Okay, 48, 49, 50 less jam.
50, 48, 48, 47.
Yeah.
46, 45, 44, 43. 42, 41, 42, 40, 39. 38, 37, 36, 35, 31, 32.
Sunrise.
32, 31.
29. That's by Sunrise, the animation. They also animated The Cat in the Claw Part 1, Pretty Poison, Heart of Steel Parts 1 through 2, I Am the Night, and The Clock King. Now, I every time we say these are the Cowboy Bebop people, but I thought What else have they done? Because we never look it up.
Not a thing. They've done 50 things.
Yeah, they did a bunch of stuff, but notably they also worked on Gundam,
50,
Code Geass,
50,
and Inuyasha.
50 Yasha.
50 Yasha Kagome. Can you stop with the 50 thing? Everyone knows how old you are. Oh shit, that used to be I fucked it up.
I think we need another soundboard.
You can switch it to a B. This is the A.
Wait, how do you switch it to B?
But that's the thing, is it takes like 16 steps in the settings to switch it over, and I'm like, I just want to be able to flip it immediately and have 8 more buttons.
Wait, you have to flip it from the main menu?
Yeah, you have to do here.
Okay.
No, actually, that's not right.
Wow, you've messed up 50 times already.
You do. Everyone can see this and cares. I was saying Sunrise also is now known as Bandai Namco Filmworks Incorporated.
No way!
Yeah.
Isn't that Bandai?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that something I should know that I don't know? And
Pronunciations? That's everything that you should know that you don't.
What is Bandai?
They're on so much stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I've seen that title card like 1.5 million times.
Is it the turning over squares?
That's checkers.
Oh.
What?
Do you want to watch the episode?
Can we watch it 50 times?
Only if you fucking stop with this. Shut up. No, it was never funny. I don't even know. Oh, is the 50th produced? I see. It's 10:35.
10:36.
There we go.
Nice.
Let's watch Off Balance.
Let's go lose our balance. As if we drank too much.
Whoa! I'm Alfred flying the Bat-Wing in a canyon that exists outside of Gotham City.
Is the off balance to do with drinking probably too
Batman
much
gets too
at
drunk.
Public House before recording a podcast?
Oh. Yeah, hey, we went to that place that Brian told us to go to for good pizza, and the pizza was fine.
It wasn't as good.
He lied to me.
They lied to me.
They lied to me.
I was really wanting that pizza. The food at Public House tonight was just, it was subpar. I
liked it. I would go back and eat more of that pizza. Okay?
Would you? Okay.
So that's how that works. That is. I'd how do I cover this up? I'll just scream. All right, let's go watch the episode and we'll come back and talk about it.
Okay, bye.
But are you certain the lady in black was working with this Vertigo chap?
Had to be, Alfred. He'd never have been able to escape if she hadn't shown up. And she was the only one who wasn't affected by his weapon.
Weapon, sir?
That eyepiece of his. I think it gives off some kind of radiation. It must distort visual perception and sense of balance somehow, creating the illusion that everything around you is topsy-turvy.
My word.
Not that it matters. Nothing about that can give me any clues to his whereabouts. He mentioned returning to his base before the tolling of the hour, which suggests a clock tower or a church bell, then fled west. Yet there's no such structure that could conceal a hideout not within 50 miles to the west.
Might I suggest, Master Bruce, that you take a break? If you keep pushing yourself like this, you soon won't know your right hand from your left.
Alfred, you're brilliant.
So I've heard.
With my head turned around like that, I couldn't tell one direction from the other. They didn't escape to the west. They went east. There, Alfred. That has to be the place.
I didn't. You hit record this time.
Okay.
Yeah, they went east.
God damn.
This is an episode I've probably seen on the lower end of amount of times. I don't revisit it on purpose.
Yeah.
And so I did not remember that scene of Batman oh, Alfred, you're a genius. I was all turned around. They didn't go west. They went east.
Yeah.
And these are the 3 buildings that are east from any direction. They must be in the spookiest Scooby-Doo looking one.
With a convenient river running underneath it.
And then they were there. That's exactly where they were.
Be there walking through the woods, conveniently enough. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Yeah.
So
So
50.
50 what?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Tell me what happened in Off Balance.
Well,
The synopsis.
this
Everyone
is
was requesting that your synopsis be called the synopsis.
Oh, were they?
Uh-huh.
The synopsis. Okay, I can roll with that.
Mm-hmm.
God, what happened?
Yeah.
Help me out. Where did it even start?
Yeah. Where did it start?
It's kind of one of those episodes.
There was the scene of Bullock and Morgan Freeman on the dock with the gun, but there was a scene before that. What was it? What happened?
I honestly can't remember how it started.
What was the first thing that happened? Oh, Batman met Tim Burton at the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Okay, so Batman and Tim Burton are on the torch bit of a rather awkwardly positioned Gotham's Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, so
notably
it's
a gift from Belgium?
Lady Gotham is the name of this. That's the legit name of this. Basically, Statue of Liberty.
Lady Gotham. Okay.
And there's no telling whether the NYC actual Statue of Liberty does also exist in this universe, because we never see it, I don't think.
Okay.
But we at least know this knockoff Gotham version exists.
Diet.
Where you can stand on, it's like smaller, I guess, because
it is definitely smaller.
You can stand on the torch, but not in the torch. Like and you keep telling me what happens.
Okay.
All right.
So
clarify that
Batman and Tim Burton are on Lady Gotham torch outlook.
Mm-hmm.
And some shadow warriors come to disrupt the Tim Burton, giving Batman all the information. And Tim Burton gets thrown into the ocean, but he's probably alive.
Probably.
And the Batman starts fighting the shadow guys, and then
he's probably alive, but Batman says, "You'll pay for that," or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll pay for getting that man wet. He has to go change his clothes now. What an inconvenience.
He might even catch a cold. Have you thought about that?
There's fish in there. Gross.
His wife might say that's the last straw, Harry. I mean,
Tim.
You'll
pay for that. He directed Batman and Batman Returns.
Okay.
And Beetlejuice.
So Batman starts fighting these shadow dudes, and they're like, what do they say? They basically say, "Not today!" And then they kill themselves, but they don't kill themselves.
Really,
they just erase their memory with gas, which somehow plot device. Batman just knows that's what happened just by looking at the dude's eyes and poking his shoulder a couple times.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward, and there's a disrupting gun.
Yeah, a death ray gun, invisible death ray. I don't know what
invisible
it shoots.
Death ray. It blows. It it destroys the ground beneath people, but doesn't destroy people. I guess.
I'm trying to see if the a sonic drill was what that was.
Yep. Okay, so there's this basically a weapon that all the people want, and not only does a bad guy in his team of Shadow Ninjas want, but also some girl, and maybe her team of Shadow Ninjas
Not
want.
some lady, but some girl.
Some girl.
Talia.
I don't think I ever registered her name.
She said it once, I think, yeah.
Sweet. God, I feel like I want to fast forward through this one.
Let's do it.
Okay.
The end.
So
they beat him. They make him commit suicide, but not really, because he lands in water. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. So Batman decides to go east, finds, as you say, the Scooby-Doo castle, the shadow people.
You said west, Alfred.
He decides to go to Scooby-Doo castle. Shadow Girl's kind of helping out. They fall an incredibly long way, land directly on their faces, wake up in a room in a building that this girl knows all about, and also doesn't care that Bruce Wayne is now completely exposed or whatever.
Ooh.
And they go to get the
gun.
They go to get the gun thing, and the bad guy's like, nope, and then he's gonna kill them, and then he like, there's a room of death, and then like they go up the stairs of death, and then like the guy shoots the thing, and then like they jump and grab the bells, and
50.
then like he's like, ow my, and then like ears,
50.
and then he like jumps out of the building, and then like falls into the river 1,000 feet below, but he's probably fine. And then like the girl steals the gun back, and then like Batman is like, I'm saying this because I know that you want to read the things later. I just want to make you say,
and then like
anyway,
tomorrow on Fox, and then like the guy falls.
So basically bullshit happens, and the gun gets destroyed because Batman put the end of a Q-tip in it.
What did he put the Hardak chip in the end of it.
It fits in every hole.
Hardak into
every
the gun.
goddamn hole. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Don't make that the name of the podcast episode. Every goddamn hole.
Every goddamn hole. I think it's just go west, but we'll talk about that later.
Batman goes east.
That's what I meant to say. Do you want to give the official Warner Brothers synopsis?
Guitar for this
one. God. Is that the whole thing I was seeing with the tiny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People liked the guitar. They requested more guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we playing?
I don't know. Scooby-Doo spooky castle music. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I'm trying to figure out how to play Scooby-Doo.
Hold that closer to the mic, by the way. I always have to bump it up.
You do.
Yeah, that's better.
What are we... Creepy?
Just go for it, yeah. The Batman investigates a notorious global crime cartel, the Society of Shadows, which has begun to operate in Gotham City. This is the official synopsis. Led by the man known only as Vertigo, they plan to hijack a certain freight train due to arrive the following night. Aboard the train is the Sonic Drill, a digging tool that uses ultrasound waves, and a device that could become a fearsome, deadly weapon in the wrong hands. While trying to stop the hijacking, the Dark Knight falls victim to the amazing Vertigo device. This is Vertigo's unique weapon, Radiation scrambles the victim's senses to create the illusion that the world has gone topsy-turvy. He does say that. He says topsy-turvy in the episode. Victims of the Vertigo effect might think they're floating upside down, for example, or standing on a wall. Despite this, however, Batman gets the upper hand until a mysterious leather-clad lady in black, armed with an unusual crossbow gun, appears on the scene. She fires an arrow that separates Batman and Vertigo as they grapple, allowing Vertigo to escape. Second half. Following Vertigo's trail, Batman encounters the Lady in Black again and learns that she is Talia, daughter of the real head of the Society of Shadows, and she is actually Vertigo's enemy, sent by her father to prevent the capture of the Sonic Drill. After being trapped by Vertigo and imprisoned together, the Batman and Talia join forces to escape and take on Vertigo anew, this time defeating him. In the course of this, they develop a grudging mutual respect that borders on physical attraction. But Batman remains off balance as to where Talia's true loyalties lie, when she turns her weapon on him to prevent him from leaving with the Sonic Drill. It turns out that Vertigo was once her father's second-in-command, but sought to control the society himself. Did they say that? I don't remember them talking about it.
There's a lot of things that didn't happen.
Now Talia will take command of her mysterious father's organization, as well as take the Sonic Drill! ! But Batman has sabotaged the drill, rendering it useless to Talia's father, who is revealed as the ancient madman Ra's al Ghul. Which is not named in the episode, but which leaves the sinister immortal with quite a score to settle with the Dark Knight. Boom, boom. That was it.
I feel like I just figured out what this sounds or what it should be.
What?
So we do that, right?
huh?
It's kind of changing keys there, but
Boom, 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 boom. That was Ray Ghoul. I'm done with this part now. We can move on. Burl. Do. You want to move your microphone back? I'll turn down the thing for you. It's the sonic drill.
no, that
Holy
sounds like
shit! Why are these so long now?
I don't know, man. That's a big, and also like spoiler. I saw the dude, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I recognize that dude from your videos. I feel like I definitely heard the name. Did I hear? I definitely. Heard
I mean,
the name.
that's so you've seen Batman Begins, right? The first Christian Bale Batman movie.
Oh, maybe.
It's Liam Neeson's character in that movie is Ra's al Ghul. I don't know.
Liam Neeson.
More like I hardly know her.
Deep.
What?
Liam Neeson. I hardly know her.
Yeah. Why would you know Ra's al Ghul other than that movie? I don't know. I'm trying to put
just
myself
you,
in the pop
like-
culture pants of Brian Maneely.
I think just you talking about it,
Okay.
like on Watchtower database before, I couldn't watch those videos anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of this episode?
Oh, great art.
It was good art.
Really good art.
There were a couple times it was a little bit off balance.
A little, yeah.
Like when they're something I've always noticed is when Batman and Talia are in the room trying to walk across the room to get to the gun. What? The room trying to walk across the room.
Yeah.
And they're like rotating in camera. Batman's symbol is just like a small yellow circle. There's no bat in it, and it's way too small.
Nice.
And I don't know if that's intended to be part of the effect of the vertigo-ness or what, but
Vertiginous.
vertigosity.
Vergidoed.
Vergonometry.
Vergin.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, lots of good. I'm twisty turny. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
in a
they
good
made
way.
they made the art really disorienting, and that was super. Because at the beginning it was just like, oh, it's spiraling,
Yeah.
whoa! But then at the end of the episode, like especially with the room with the two,
Yeah.
it was like they just kept changing like what orientation they were on the TV, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, they're facing different way. They're breaking the 180 like every shot.
Yeah, and it's just so super disorienting. It was great. The story and the fucking plot holes.
Yeah, there's a lot of just leaps in logic. Yeah.
Wow.
We made the joke about the east thing.
Oh,
of just
okay,
like,
let's
there's
start
buildings
there.
to the east, and I'll just go there. I know exactly what it is. What was the other one though? That was
There was 3 buildings. He went to the third one. It was
Yeah.
like a church-looking thing, another kind
Like a
of
barn or
church-looking
something,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, maybe. Well,
I think it was
they're
like
all
a
kind of
house
like
and a churchy barn, and
it was
then
like
a
I think
spooky,
to me they were all relatively churchy.
spooky castle. That's probably that one.
Yeah, and he's just like next on the
Bad guys
slideshow,
live
like
here.
next. Oh, that's obviously the bad guy house, and they went east. I'm such an idiot. Of course it's there. How? What? How?
Yeah, and then he was right. Yeah,
And he was right. There was another couple ones where it was just
Yeah.
like Batman just happened to be like, this thing happened, and now obviously this is the answer.
I'm trying to remember what the other big one was, because was it? Oh, I think
Was it the room?
it was kind of I think it was kind of explained by the end, because it turns out that she's a bad guy also, and knew the castle layout because she's part of the bad guys. But yeah, we were just like, they fell into a giant hole.
And then they're in a locked room, and
Yeah.
Batman's on a cot.
Yeah, and there's no explanation of how they got there, and we're just like, the episode needed to move along, I guess. Like, there's no reason that they're there, but then when I guess you just assumed that she was fine and took him there.
But she also landed like flat on her
Yeah.
face with her arms by her side.
Yeah, way more knocked out looking than Batman was.
Yeah.
I also like Batman's, that was another bad animation thing to me. The bad parts of the animation stuck out like sore thumbs because of how good the rest of it was. It's the
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop people. But when he's got his like wounds, his bumps on his face,
You mean
they're
his weird like drag makeup?
yeah, they were just like, he had like heavy eyeshadow and then like jellyfish bubbles coming out of his skin.
Pentapox.
Is that what that's called?
It is if you're an Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I
Batman's
remember.
cousin
I
had
remember
that.
this now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It basically was that.
Yeah.
But
it looked like he was doing some kind of like outrageous galaxy makeup on one side of his face, and then he got stopped because.
Oh, and
whatever reason.
the hole full of glitter that they almost fall in. Also, the floor gives way, and 3 seconds after that, Batman says, "Jump!" And then you see a shot straight down of a bowl full of glitter about 5 feet below them. Oh, thank God! And you're like, we gotta get out of that. Shit gets everywhere. Or whatever.
You better beware of that glitter. You fall in that, you're just it's never coming out of your shoes.
I already
your
have my
hair.
drag makeup on.
I got my half universal drag makeup, and now I'm just gonna be covered in glitter.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the episode.
Covered in glitter.
Covered in glitter.
Universal drag makeup. Off balance or.
Oh my God. I wish I could remember, because there were some things that were just massive plot holes. It was just like on similar level of, they left in a direction, which was, by the way, just over the ocean.
Yeah.
In their weird like backwards helicopter plane.
Right.
So they like just go over the ocean. Batman's like, that spot. Like it was that big of a plot hole of just like, Batman just knows this thing now, and we're just gonna roll with it.
That happened with Commissioner Gordon also. Like he makes a joke of it, like how do you know these things? I only did that 2 hours ago, and then Batman's just gone.
Yeah.
Fuck you, buddy.
I'm gonna nail you to the floor, and you're just gonna be like a tourist attraction.
I'm Sebastian in The Little Mermaid. I'm gonna nail those fins to the floor, like he said. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and it's gross.
It's the same thing. He just says that.
Basically.
Yeah. What do you think of Vertigo as a character?
What is there to think of? Like, he had a cool eye weapon. Mm. He had no like substance to him.
No, he wasn't really a character.
Is he dead? Does it matter?
No.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He's
I was shocked that they were just showing like him just jump off like, this is my only way out of these giant Hunchback of Notre Dame bells slamming in my face is to kill myself. And I was like, shit, like they're just showing him jump off the building, and then he falls past like a hole in the wall past Batman. And then they had to show, for like censorship purposes, I assume, a shot of him landing in water so that you could be like, he didn't die. But like, it's just so dumb. Like,
you know what? Speaking of dumb, in a like,
that's not how that works.
Hell yeah.
Why were you hovering your finger over it like you're going to stop it?
I mean, I didn't know what I was going to do. Okay. It's now going on 11:30.
11:30.
I think that this show is like single-handedly arming an entire generation with the false information that jumping from a high place into a body of water is an okay
Jump
thing.
off the Statue of Liberty into the ocean and you'll be okay.
You'll be totally fine. Jump out of this like 6-story, 8-story tall castle on a 1,000-foot cliff into this river, and you'll be fine because it's water.
Yeah.
That's
Water's like pillows, man.
Have you ever gone swimming in water? It's so
You
soft.
ever jump on into the water from
Just jump into
600
the water.
feet in the air?
Oh my God. At what point does water take on the consistency of
Like
concrete?
I feel like it's like 70 something. Like it's barely anything. Like it's less than you'd think.
I've done like 30, probably like 30 to 50 feet, like bridge jumping into a river.
Okay.
And like, that's like, you definitely start to know it at that point.
The surface tension is pretty like, please don't.
I think that's like, I feel like I definitely jumped with people who were like jumping in shoes.
Yeah.
You know, to like help that like your feet.
They put the shoes on the top of the water and you have to aim real good. Just jump right into the shoes.
You float the Chuck Taylors and you got to land right in them or it's going to hurt
survive.
like hell. Yeah. That's what the guy did. He's like, oh, my ears. He took off his shoes, threw them into the river. I'm safe now.
You'll pay for that.
Those Chuck Tees cost me like $35 at Payless.
Ross, dress for less. Talia. Let's talk about that cast.
Oh my
Kevin
God.
Conroy.
Are you ready to press that button?
As Batman. I sure am.
Okay.
Bob Hastings is Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
Robert Costanzo as Detective Bullock. We're head bobbing.
We are head bobbing.
Head bob with us, listener.
Yeah, head bob.
Send us a recording of you head bobbing.
Yeah, we want to see that.
No, an audio recording. Anyway.
Hashtag, tag it with the hashtag head bop for Yop.
No context, otherwise just put it on Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Oh my God. I'm going to start following that hashtag in case somebody actually does that.
Like, we got a Cowboy Bebop theme and Get Up on the Hydra's Back in one episode.
Oh, that's great. You know, it's funny. Now I'm actually to the point where Get Up on the Hydra's Back does sound like Bullock to me. Before it was just like, yeah, it's this song. Yeah. It sounds kind of like Rammstein. This is great. But now, like, I actually like picture Bullock in my head being like, get up on the Hydra's back.
Batman, you friggin' idiot.
I got to follow this hashtag before what did I say? Head bop for Yop?
Sure. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Alfred. Barry Denon as Shadow Agent. One of many. I don't know. He played the Mandarin in the Lego Marvel Superheroes Maximum Overload animated movie. Dr. McLean in Superman 3. Fred in 2 episodes of Batman 1966.
Oh, wow.
Pontius Pilate in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Wow.
And he was additional voices on Avatar, Billy and Mandy, Adventures of the Gummy Bears, Smurfs, DuckTales, and Johnny Quest.
Woo.
Johnny Quest. Woo. Bam. Brock Peters as Lucius Fox. Helen Slater as Talia. Her most famous role is probably Supergirl in the Supergirl movie in the 80s. But when I was looking up her stuff, weirdly, I don't know, this must be on purpose. So I knew this one. She also played Eliza Danvers, who is Supergirl's adoptive mother on the CW Supergirl show that started a few years ago.
Okay.
But she also played Laura L., which is Superman's biological mother, on Smallville, and Martha Kent, Superman's adoptive mother, in DC Superhero Girls animated series. So I don't know why they keep casting her as different Superman family members. Who hasn't she played yet? Superman's daughter. She's getting old enough, right? Chick Venera as Twitch, not Tim Burton. His only other pseudo notable thing was he played a character named Pesto on several episodes of Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs. I don't know what this character looks like or does.
So you're telling me Chick played Pesto?
Chick played Pesto, yeah.
Sick.
Twitch Pesto. The name's Twitch Pesto. We have David Warner as Rachel Ghoul. He plays the Lobe on Freakazoid, one of Freakazoid's rogues gallery. Dr. Wrecker on The Amazing World of Gumball, which I haven't really watched any of, but he's that guy, whoever that is.
Gumball is what got me through my surgery recovery.
Okay. So do you know who Dr. Wrecker is?
I don't remember that
There
name.
was several episodes listed, so I don't know.
Let me see.
Okay. You're just going to look it up live on the show. Here we go. We're looking at the guy. Oh, yeah. Dr. Wrecker. What's he look like?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, of course.
What does he look like?
So that's not actually his, so his name is Rob.
Okay. He's the stone Cyclops face person.
He's actually really cool. That show has the greatest animation.
It does, yeah.
Because he's got 3 different types of animation on him.
Yeah.
Including a staticky TV thing. That's the name he gives himself.
Okay.
Because he's like, I'm going to be a supervillain now, Dr. Wreck. And I think he comes up with a couple of others, but maybe that's why that didn't register for me immediately. But,
seeing him, it was better. So it's a visual podcast? Everyone else could see him? Okay.
Yeah. Everybody here, I'm showing it to you through the microphone.
Here he is. He also voices Nurgle on Billy and Mandy. Do you remember this character?
No.
He's a kind of ghost-looking guy that's all fully black-colored.
No, it's not registering right now.
Herbert Landon on Spider-Man the Animated Series. This was a character I recognized the name of, and I was like, why? There is, I think it was, I'm so sorry, listener. I can't remember who it was, but when we watched Two-Face, they're like, hey, this guy looks like Two-Face on Spider-Man. He had like a green side of his face, Two-Face. Yeah. That's that guy.
Oh, okay.
And Red Skull also on that show. Archmage on Gargoyles. And then to me, notably, and to maybe other nerds listening, he played Gol Madrid on Star Trek The Next Generation in a 2-part episode called The Chain of Command. He's a Cardassian bad guy, not Kim Kardashian. This episode famously has Picard's "There are 4 lights" line. So, I don't know. If you don't know that line.
Wow, that's a famous line.
Get with it.
Okay.
Michael York as Vertigo. Do you know who Michael York is? Dog.
Here comes dog sound effects.
Here comes the background dog. Doop-a-doo-ba-doop-back-doo.
Hi, Rose Dog.
Comes the background dog we love her so dang much.
What's going on, girl?
Michael York played Logan in Logan's Run, 1976 sci-fi movie. D'Artagnan in all of the 70s Three Musketeers movies.
Okay.
And you may know him as Basil Exposition in Austin Powers.
Okay, I was going to say, like the British guy, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's his main things. Yeah, he didn't sound very British in this, though. He sounded like a British guy trying to do a bad German accent the whole time.
Yeah, it was a pretty not great German accent.
Also, I don't think Helen Slater is German either, so her like Talia pseudo accent was a little weird. I don't know what she's supposed to be.
I thought she was more like Eastern European.
Yeah. I was getting kind of some Czechy sounding stuff.
Czechy,
mate.
Are you Scarloey?
Yeah, I'm Scarloey, our one Australian. Apparently, Austria Dragoon's not fucking Australian.
We had a conversation earlier with some listener or
that
two
was
Australian.
All these Australian posers. Like Scarloey, who has always claimed to be Australian. Anyway, let's do some trivs.
Give me the trivs.
The episode is directly based on the comic story Batman Into the Den of the Death Dealers, Detective Comics number 411, May 1971, by Denny O'Neil, chronicling the first meeting of Talia and Batman.
Oh, first.
Yeah, just like this episode.
So you're saying that she's going to be back?
Who?
Spoilers.
The antagonist in the original comic story was Dr. Dark, but in this animated version, Dr. Wrecker. Rames Wrecker. In this animated version of the story, Dark is replaced by Vertigo, a villain from Green Arrow's Rogues Gallery. Count Vertigo's first appearance in the comics in World's Finest Comics number 251 from July 1978, which was 7 years after the story adapted in this episode was published. Per the original storyboards, the original title card drawn by Kevin Altieri features a close-up of Vertigo's eyes and ears with a large spiral emanating outward toward the viewer.
Is that what we were looking at?
No, the original title card.
Is that what we were looking at?
No, the original title card.
We're going to do 50 more of these.
Yeah, 47. Anyway, no, the title card we saw is not what I said. You went ooh though when it came up.
I did.
Yeah,
it was cool art.
Cool. Cool art.
Cool art.
Cool art. The episode is noteworthy for being the first ever screen appearance of Ra's al Ghul, one of Batman's deadliest enemies from the comics. Ra's had never before appeared on a Batman film or television show and would not appear outside of the DCAU until the 2005 film Batman Begins.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The Society of Shadows, a formidable globe-spanning organization, make their first appearance in the series. In the comics, the organization was known as the League of Assassins, but the name had to be toned down for TV broadcast standards and practices.
Kids can't know about assassins.
No. In Batman Begins, they are known as the League of Shadows, a combination of the names.
Yeah, awesome.
Twitch's appearance is reference to Tim Burton. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
The exchange between Batman and Talia, in which he asks her, "Whose side are you on?" and she replies, "That would be telling," comes from the opening dialogue of all 12 episodes of the TV series The Prisoner, 1967. Never would have got that. Don't know what that is.
No.
Sorry, all the old guys. Don't you know, Brian? Is you're old? Where's that button I can do? There we go. It was kind of like that. Vertigo's fall from the tower, especially the camera shot from inside the tower of him falling past an opening, appears to be a direct reference to the 1958 Hitchcock film Vertigo. Another possible homage is the opening fall from the Statue of Liberty, which resembles a climactic scene in Hitchcock's Saboteur.
Oh my! Did you know that?
Oh my God, I didn't. Although, I mean, we watched Vertigo in my Hitchcock class that I failed. I've told you that story, I think.
Maybe.
I don't know if I've told it on the podcast. I will in a second. I definitely recognize the, like, be up in the top of a bell tower and then fall, Vertigo stairs coming up the stairs. Why did Batman and Talia go, hey, asshole, when they were only halfway up the tower and giving him the time to try to stop them? And they wait till they were right behind him?
I really don't know. Plot device?
Plot device. Yeah.
Also, it's super reminiscent of the 1993, I think, The Crow movie.
Yes.
Which has a similar, like, go up the spiral staircase, fight the dude, except it's the bad guy that grabs onto the bell.
I think we talked about this in Perchance to Dream when Batman fights himself in the top of a bell tower, and we said all of these things in that episode.
Probably.
So I took an Alfred Hitchcock class in college here in Big Bus. And the teacher was a very strict old German woman who, like, most film classes, it's kind of, everything's just sort of up to interpretation. There's no wrong answer unless it's like when was the Nickelodeon invented or whatever, which 1920 something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably even wrong about that. I graduated. It doesn't matter anymore. But she was very like, you have to share the same opinion of me of what Hitchcock meant with this shot or else you're wrong. Kind of a deal. So it'd be like this scene from Psycho with no dialogue and the characters are just staring at each other across the room like, what are you getting from their facial expressions? And the class would have like a half-hour discussion about it, and then the last 10 minutes of the class we would take a pop quiz on the answer, and it was like there was a right or wrong answer. So I had a D- in this class by the time the final came around because I was like, well, to me it was this, but that's wrong. And so I was studying for all my other finals, and I was like stressing really hard because I'm like, I have to get like a perfect score on this final. Like there's no other option.
Yeah.
But then I realized like, and I went to her office and I just went in and said like, if I get 100% on the final, will I even have a passing grade in the class? And no. I was, okay, well, see you later. And I didn't even go to the final. I just let that class flunk completely because I was like, I'm not going to devote any more time to this.
Yeah.
So.
And also, like, dude, I honestly, sincerely hope she's been fired because anything like any level of artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
You like, I mean,
I had plenty of other classes like in a similar vein, that were really fun because you would just have these really engaging conversations about like this one shot in this movie is so important. What does it mean to you? It could mean 20 different things. Yeah, and like the director doesn't have a specific thing that he thought. So like, what do you think? But yeah, this. So I tell that story, and then I'm always just thinking like, but I watched so many good movies in that class though that I'm glad I took it because we watched Vertigo, we watched North by Northwest, we watched
South by Southwest. You went east.
We watched the east, west, up, down, zigzag, up. Where are we going next? Up. Anyway, watched a ton of good movies. And Psycho and Birds and all this stuff. But I'm glad that I watched those, but I'm also glad I didn't go to the final. Anyway, last bit of trivs. Batman states he was able to get through the vertigo trap by keeping his eyes closed and relying on his other senses. Vertigo affects the vestibular system, which coordinates balance and is linked to the auditory system. Therefore,
it's
closing one's eyes would not stop or even lessen the symptoms. In fact, closing your eyes would make the symptoms worse by further disorienting your balance. So,
yeah,
you could say that.
Oh man, you just really went for that one. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That's all the trivs.
Okay.
What would you rate Batman's usefulness?
Just 0. Because
He fell flat on his face, you could say. Hey! You're welcome, listener, for that great joke.
Yeah, that was a good joke. He did okay at the very start of the episode, but by the point the guys like gassed themselves to like forgetful death, he was just like anything he did was either failing,
he kind of failed then too because they pull out a gun. He's a gun, and like moves his cape slowly in front of himself, and then they shoot the gun right past him to grapple
very slowly,
and then they run past him with their grapple sticks to go across.
Like,
he's just standing there watching them do it.
Yeah. So he's just failing like the whole time, and the only times he's succeeding is when he's just like, "Oh, I read the script. I know where they're going."
And when you put the toothpick in the gun at the end.
Yeah, or Q-tip. Did I say toothpick the first time? I meant Q-tip.
No, you said I said toothpick just now.
Oh.
It was the hard tip.
The hard
tip.
Q-tip. Anyway, yeah, I'm just absolutely gonna give
belts.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Batman 0 bat belts out of 10.
I'll give him 0.3.
Wait, do you want to explain your thoughts before you rate him? I just kind of I'm sorry I steamrolled you on that, but
oh no, I mean I think I'll include his I know exactly which spooky castle they're in logic. Oh, we didn't talk about how the giant penny is like 1,000 times larger than it was before. Before, when we first saw it, Batman's entire body could be X-shaped, outstretched to the perimeter, the full diameter of the penny. Yeah. This time, Alfred is on
he's like 30 feet up a ladder, and he's
giant
halfway
ladder.
up.
Yeah, and he's halfway up the penny cleaning it.
The nose on the penny is bigger than Alfred.
Yeah, the Lincoln booger is about as big as Batman would have been on the original penny.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give it 0.3 Lincoln boogers out of 10. That's
very nice.
Books or hip hop? Books. And light wraps.
No. I mean, really good art. No.
The gun shooting rays. How does the gun work? So
I don't know.
It shoots like sonic
they said
beams.
Sonic.
Yeah. I can get past the sci-fi-ness of it. What I don't understand is like
how are they not liquefied?
Well, the bad guys, first they shoot the ground right in front of Batman and Talia, and you would think that it would have to, like, you'd think the ground is completely solid, so it should be, like, digging a hole, but instead the surface of the ground just caves away and they fall as if there was just this thin layer of dirt over a hole that already existed. Yeah. But the bad guys would have had to plan for them to be standing there. I don't think... I think we're just supposed to get that it made a hole really fast. but it took like 30
not
seconds.
From the top down, though.
No. Yeah, it has... a cat scratch fever circle bullets logic where it's shooting at a 20-degree angle, but it's going straight down.
You know how people have, by the way, the false idea that microwaves cook from the inside out.
Oh,
not true.
I didn't think that.
It's a pretty common misconception. If you think that, I'm sorry, that's not correct.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. You can change that way of thinking. But maybe the animators were like, oh, microwaves cook food from the inside out. Maybe this drill does the same thing. So it sonically drills from the inside out.
The weapon that Ra's al Ghul steals in Batman Begins is a microwave drill thing.
Well, I've just connected that for you. You can go ahead and pay me all the dividends or whatever for the Watchtower.
Doug Dividends, owner of the Dimsdale Dividends. I really want that shirt with his infinite hat stripes, but it's so expensive. Anyway, we're going to go to the future now. Oh, no. Do we put it on the top 10? No.
We also don't have to go to the future.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we
it's
do,
only been
don't
like
we?
3 days since 1 day since the most recent episode.
Oh my God, you're right.
So, sorry.
Well, we could just who's written in. Let's just
yeah, just the 2 people who are not top 10, correct?
It's just gonna be fair. You know what?
Bottom 10
for artistic purposes, it'd be up on my top 10 for the art, which is great. Not for story, so absolutely not on my top 10. Bottom 10?
I don't think so.
It's getting close.
Yeah, it's like
bottom 14.
It's near the bottom of the middle of the road episode list that we haven't made. The ones that haven't been going on the top or bottom, it's near the bottom of those.
It's probably like, oh, I didn't realize this was in here.
Yeah, I forgot this episode.
Like this should have been on the other list, but
it didn't make me mad like Underdwellers or Cat Scratch Fever, and it didn't disappoint me really. Like it just kind of existed. It's not, like I said, it's not one I return to, and it's not one I will return to unless I'm doing a podcast with Brian. When we're done, we'll just do it all again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go to the future now.
Oh, let's go to the future now
Brick
because
and Jim Jam.
Brian has no idea what day it is.
Brian, his Friday is Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Sat Fry.
It is almost Sunday.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go to the future.
Whoa!
Vertigo spirals.
Yeah. Oh, where the ground is the ceiling now.
Beasts. It's the future.
Wait, what?
Ooh, ooh, ting, ting. Walla, walla, mail time. Walla, walla, Washington.
Thought this was the past.
You thought wrong, my friend. It's time for Yoppie Mail. Oh, God, I'm running out of air. I don't know what note you're doing. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, good. Heaven forbid that we harmonize in any way. We just this drone the whole time.
We were going for like a lame ass throat singing approach.
I'm Tuvian. Are you Tuvian? It's the mail time. Please don't answer that stupid joke. That's not good.
I thought you were going to say something after good, but nope. That's not good. Duh.
Anyway, we got some mail. Some Yoppie mail, you might say.
Introduce me to the mail.
We're here inside of the Off Balance episode, about to play and read some mail from the dear listener from his Silicon Soul, or Harback, with periods between each. I should have called it Harback with periods between each letter, like a whole sentence. Anyway, this is from Scotty Cameron. Harback, and why is Batman fighting Green Arrow's arch nemesis? Hey, Yoppie dudes. I agree with the analysis that his Silicon Soul is a very cinematic episode. That was my reading of it while watching it. Also, before I saw this episode, or any Hardak episode, I found the clip of the duplicate Batman destroying the Batcave after he thought he killed Batman on YouTube and thought it was cinematic. For whatever reason, I was under the impression that Hugo Strange created Hardak at the time I saw that clip. Maybe it's because Hardak was voiced by Jeff Bennett, who also voiced Dave in The Batman, which was an AI created by Hugo Strange. And I did not know that. Another thing I thought of while listening to the episode was the SpongeBob episode Spy Buddies, when you were talking about the series of buttons Alfred pushes to stop the robot Batman. In the episode, SpongeBob and Patrick get in a spy car, and they look at a series of buttons they can push. Patrick pushes self-destruct and blows up the car. Ironically, in the episode, Mr. Krabs is actually a robot manned by Plankton. It's the same robot Plankton used in the episode Imitation Krabs. This must be a later SpongeBob, because I don't know.
It's episode 3.
100.
Hey-o.
As for Off Balance, I mostly enjoyed it and thought it was a serviceable introduction to the Society of Shadows / League of Assassins. I did find it weird that they had Count Vertigo be the main villain in the episode, but didn't take that opportunity to introduce Green Arrow into the DCAU. Vertigo in the comics is the Green Arrow's arch nemesis. We talked about this in Trivs. Later on, the DCAU, we see episodes da-da-ba-da-da-ba.
That's a weird episode.
Yeah, that's my usual talk over the spoilers gibberish. Anyway, stay Yoppie. We shall.
I can do that.
Keen Machine also wrote in for Off Balance, or wow, that's a lot of out of place things. Oh my God. They put like German or something in here. Do you know how to read this? GRU with the umlaut. B, but it's not like a normal B. It's like a.
It's like double S sound. It's a S, like a long S,
and then an E. What does that spell?
Probably gross.
Von Keen Machine. No. It says. I assume this is a reference to the sort of German sounding Vertigo in this episode. After rewatching this episode, just like I was sort of not German sounding just now, I would really like to see a detailed map of Gotham City. Crime and supervillains aside, it really is an all-inclusive destination. Dense forests, giant castles, ocean views, deserts, urban and farmlands. It's no wonder why Kaiser wanted to build his casino here. Anyway, meet me at the top of the Statue of Liberty at midnight for a special message. It definitely won't be closed. Or just open this attachment. And here it is.
Greetings, James and Brian. Who knew that Gotham City was so diverse with its architecture? Lady Liberty to the north, spooky castles in the east.
Spooky.
You go, East Gotham. And nothing for Gretchen Wieners in the west. Bye. I do love the unapologetically evil character of Vertigo here, completed with an over-the-top German accent. I think anything less would have felt a little stale in these already unusual settings. Gotta say, I'm a big fan of that unresolved ending. I remember being so excited the first time that I saw it. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, I recorded this whole thing with my eyes closed. So, pretty impressive, right? Until next time, keep it keen.
First off, I love the Mean Girls reference, because I was
yes.
actually thinking about that movie today, just being like, man, that thing was genius, and I need to watch it again.
I watched a TikTok that was a guy on the street being like, there's a new iteration version of Wordle, but it's just screenshots from movies, and you try to guess the movie from one screenshot. It's not Wordle at all, but I'm just saying, like, fad-wise, I guess.
Gotcha.
But, like, it's a guy on the street just showing screenshots, and he shows, oh my God, what's her name? In the movie, in Mean Girls, she was on SNL, and she played, like, Alaskan presidential candidate woman.
Tina Fey.
Yeah, Tina. I can't think of any names right now.
It's okay.
But it was a picture of her from the movie, and I'm like, oh, it's Mean Girls. And the guy didn't go, like, he was going to, I give you 5 guesses for $5 for this movie. And so then he was down to $4. And then it was a screenshot of Parks and Rec lady that's also in that movie that I can't think of any names right now.
Amy Poehler.
Thank you. What? Give me this actor right now, Brian. And then I'm like, it's Mean Girls. It's I still don't know. And then they showed a screenshot of Lindsay Lohan. Hey,
I'm sorry. What was Lindsay Lohan's character's name, though?
Don't care. And Guy, male boyfriend man, in class together, and he's like, "Oh, Easy A," and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? This is not." Go ahead with the name of the girl in Easy A.
I don't know.
The movie you haven't seen.
No.
She's in Amazing Spider-Man. She's in a bunch of stuff. And I'm so mad at myself right now that I literally can't. I'm psyching myself out from saying any names.
Was she in a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? Because I think that's all I've seen.
No.
Sorry.
Anyway, that was a completely unnecessary tangent, but reminded me of that. Because Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Yeah, so there will be later East Side Gotham like gangs and things like that didn't even register to me when we were watching the episode. They're like, oh, East, this is the only thing that's this way. Later
There's also
be
gangs?
disproven. Yeah, later to be disproven by the Skulls gang or something like that. Anyway, on to more voice messages on anchor.fm/Bat-Wagon. You can go there and you can send in a voice message. This first one comes to us from Dylan Pollock.
The man.
Uno, dos, tres, catorce. Hello, hello. I am at a place called Vertigo. Okay.
It's time for the Thoughts of the Week from Dylan Pollock on Off Balance, or I guess Batman's usefulness skyrockets when he's protecting his own corporate investment. So, we finally come to the first appearance of Rash? Ra's al Ghul, something like that.
Rachel Ghoul.
Batman made me talk, the guy says at the beginning. I didn't want to do it. Not really a good excuse. I don't think assassins are going to be like, all right, you get a free one. I appreciate that the assassin dude pulls a gun and Batman's face briefly turns to, I gotta move. For a show that was not willing to show them kill the traitor either, where he was thrown in the water, it was shockingly okay with showing them kill themselves. Erase their own minds.
Yeah.
So, since I have to keep this to one thing now, James's favorite part, question of the week. Feels like a lot of people would throw up from Count Vertigo's powers. Stupid name, by the way. So, when's the last time you blew chunks? For me, it was when I was 7 and I had an ear infection. And I'm very proud of that streak. And I've kept it going ever since.
The last time you threw up, you were 7 years old. Congratulations. I think the last time last time I threw up was when I had COVID almost 2 years ago. Not almost, year and a half. Anyway. When's the last time you threw up, Brian? Yesterday. Today.
So
you have a story because your face is
I know.
smiley.
This makes me really uncomfortable, actually.
You don't have to reveal. But you're already in it, so.
There's just a oh man. I don't know how to get out from this without sounding
Are you fidget spinning?
Insane. I might as well be. You'll appreciate this. Where is it? I put this can of LaCroix on the fidget spinner and it works as like a product display thing. Can I just use this as my answer?
We are children. Do you have the fan on in the background though?
I do. Should I go turn that off?
Well, it's too late now. You're not going to tell us. That's okay.
Yeah,
we'll forever
LaCroix can and a fidget spinner. That's my answer.
Okay. We'll just forever want to know your throw up story. Everyone comment, what's your throw up story next time, and Brian will be forced to tell us.
Yeah, that'll make me super happy.
Jordan Blumen says GCN/musical minute.
It's GCN, Gotham City News with Jack Ryder. Tonight's top story, a skirmish at the train yard. GCPD confronted some guy, and Detective Bullock lost his lunch, which has been known to happen, so it's not a big deal. Also, we haven't seen Batman since then, but I'm sure he's fine. Now, welcome to the musical Half Minute. One thing I noticed in this episode is there were some Indiana Jones-ish musical cues in this, like when the assassins offed themselves with their reverse gas mask to avoid being questioned by Batman. It sounded an awful lot like the way John Williams scored the snakes in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Also, Count Vertigo's leitmotif sounded a lot like some creepy Vincent Price movie music, just old-fashioned horror stuff. Lots of fun.
I like reverse gas mask. I like that term.
I was thinking about that, and is a reverse gas mask not still a gas mask?
What's the opposite of overalls?
Underalls?
Undernuns.
Undernuns!
Which is the same thing, Brian. It's the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I did note. I don't know if I remember if we talked about it. It was so long ago. But there were definitely musical cues that were very kind of Middle Eastern sounding or whatever. Like he's talking about Indiana Jones. Like
the not actually, what is it? Not actually Middle Eastern, but sounding like what things are supposed to sound when people are making things that's supposed to sound Middle Eastern.
Yeah, like Aladdin.
Yeah,
or more recently, Aladdin. Let's go to comments on the last episode, his Silicon Soul, or Harback, as I previously said. This is from Mandalorian Gaming. Brian's synopsis should be called Synopsis. We have officially adopted this, I believe.
We have adopted it.
Adopted. Dylan Pollock, new canon in the DCAU. James killed Boyd Kirkland. Oh, no. I like to think the pipe Batman was hanging off was the cave's septic system, and he caught himself and thought, good shit.
That shouldn't be that funny.
He says, I pity your pizza desperation, Brian. My Seattle family's pizza place is Costco, and it makes me so sad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't hate Costco pizza, but I apparently have terrible pizza taste. So
it is not. Costco pizza is yeah, it's $10. You get one
Yeah.
because you got people coming over, and no one's gonna complain because
Yeah.
free pizza, but it's not good.
No, it's not. It was the pizza we would always get for can and bottle drive fundraisers for high school stuff, and then they would just fill the room with Costco pizza. Mark Aquino. Hey, folks. Wait a second.
Hey.
I haven't sorted this by newest first. Okay. Whew, I was worried he wasn't first. I'll get back to that. Kevin Ranke. Haven't
Welcome
seen
back,
you in
Kevin.
a while. Hey, guys, I'm back. I never stopped listening, just kind of fell into a habit of not commenting. The first thing...
That's cool.
Well, by the way, we mentioned also... what was her name?
Lindsay Lohan.
No,
Amy
MJ
Poehler.
Barrett. If
Yes.
you're listening, where are you? Comment. We need your comments. Anyway, the first thing I need to point out is how much I love the random starts to each podcast. I'm always excited to see how the next one will begin, and usually I'm laughing within the first 10 seconds. Oh, that's good. I love this.
The funny thing is we also want to know how it's going to start.
Yeah, we don't know.
And then actually, to one step further, sorry, I always want to know when it actually starts, because I know when we
Yeah.
I know when we get on Zoom, and I know when at least I press record. Does it? I don't know when the actual start is going to be.
Then we do the
after us
3, 2,
pressing
1
record.
clap, and then we bullshit for a sec, and then usually it actually starts right after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it includes the clap. Sometimes it somehow has audio from before we even started recording, and that I don't even know how to answer. I love this episode, and I'm glad you liked it more than Hardak's debut two-parter. I think this one really strengthens the original now, seeing where it goes. Another thing I love and will miss is James's Mr. Twangy Blade Runner voice. What a gift that's been to the world. Please come back and visit often, Mr. Rossum. Thanks again for all you do, guys. Yop till you drop.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you, Kevin.
We will do that.
Yes. MN Drew 1, Brick, you dishonest boy. You espouse the greatness of your boyhood local New York-style pizza in the great Bat Pizza debate. You ignore the fact that the local pizza that New England is best known for is the disgusting New Haven-style pizza. Pizza with sea snot, clams. California pizza is
What?
bad, but nothing is as bad as that.
What? I have never...
That's disgusting.
First off, I did actively try to avoid Connecticut as much as I could.
You dishonest
there.
boy.
But dear God, I had no idea that anybody would put clams on rock. No, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Yeah. No, please don't. Yeah, if we were like, oh, pineapple on pizza, we both just immediately agreed, yes, delicious.
Yeah, awesome.
Don't put clams on pizza, please.
No, never.
Tip apricot.
Also, don't eat clams, just in general.
Just ever, yeah.
People are
Although
we're going to go get some clams. And
Yeah,
every time
no.
I've had clams, I've always wondered why the hell people eat clams.
Is that the last time you threw up? Tell me. Tipped apricot, off balance in my opinion, is both an interesting and boring episode. It opens up the world a lot with new characters and plots that obviously aim to be continuous through lines, introducing Talia specifically to the world, and shows a darker side to Beat House we haven't seen in the same way up until this point. Sorry, I just made a joke about the pronunciation of that won't make sense for 2 more episodes.
Oh my God, you're right.
But at the same time, I didn't really enjoy watching it. I didn't personally feel engaged. It's both extremely important and extremely forgettable. Ashley Touchin, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of the Inside of You theme when Brian plucked that guitar string. That was what I sang after you. Also, I motioned for Brian's synopsis to be officially called the synopsis. This is the third person in the comments, I think, to say this.
It is very, very much a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Also, as a genuine Australian. Okay, there we go. I'm deeply offended
Ashley
to find...
Touchin's the Australian?
I guess so.
We're going to write that on my wall.
You'll just have a memento style recollection of this where you see
you've
the
been to my
note
place.
Ashley Touchin is the Australian. Do not trust him. Anyway, as a genuine Australian, I'm deeply offended to find that Aussie Dragoon has been an Oz face all this time. Overall, I really love this episode, even if it's not in my top 10 either. I'm looking forward to next week's episode since it not only introduced some important characters, but it's one of the only BTAS episodes to include a character from the wider DC universe.
Ooh, wait, what?
Vertigo. Green
Oh,
Arrow. Yeah. KM changed their name back to their name, but I'm not going to try to read it. Didn't Hardak get his info about Batman from the Bat computer? Yes. So I totally realized this listening back to his Silicon Soul. We were confused about how Hardak knew like Bruce Wayne was Batman and how to implant all these memories and stuff.
Yeah.
They say in the episode, and we were just not, again, the listener is better at this than us.
Yep.
That what's her face? Marilyn Monroe chick like downloaded Hardak into the Bat computers for a second. So that's how he knew all of the Batman Bruce Wayne stuff.
Oh.
And we're like, yeah, they never explained that shit. Even they totally did in the episode.
I guess so.
I don't really like Off Balance. Sure, it is pretty good visuals, especially the Vertigo scenes, and it introduces Ra's al Ghul to DCAU, but I think story of the episode isn't that good. Even though it isn't very good, it sets up other and much better episodes, so I think it's an important episode. One of the most interesting things is the mind erasing gas. Obviously, their intention was those henchmen to commit suicide, but they can't show that. Does gas wipe... How much of their mind erased by this gas, do you think? Does gas wipe their minds completely clean and leave them in a catatonic state?
Looks like it.
Yeah. If so, how on earth is this seen as more acceptable than killing? Does it just erase information about Society of Shadows? If so, couldn't we improve this gas and erase specific events from our pasts? This could create an eternal sunshine of the spotless mind in the DCAU. Or does gas erase people's minds by simply killing them, and mind erasing is writers' way of censoring the word kill? I don't know, but it's fun to speculate. According to Google, highest free fall to water a person could survive is 186 feet. Statue of Liberty is 305 feet. So Batman killed that guy in the beginning. This is Lady Gotham. We don't know how tall. Super Luigi 64. Whoa, his Silicon Soul aired on my 4th birthday. What if the happy 4th birthday. What if the GCPD had actually opened that crate and found a Batman duplicate with Bruce Wayne's face under the mask? To answer Dylan as a Canadian, pineapple on pizza is my sole delight, my heaven on earth, my very paradise. That's correct. Looking forward to Off Balance, a.k.a. what the hell is that accent?
Love it.
Batgirl, Fangirl, Off Balance. This one makes me a little dizzy. Some observations. Those are some really nasty goggles. Did the giant penny grow? Is Batman's utility belt made of paper? Nice podcast. I enjoyed it a lot. 5 stars, 5 Lady of Gothams.
Thank you.
And then Mark Aquino, hey folks, let me tell you a story. There's a girl, a very special girl. Boy, howdy, she is something else. Her name is Desi, and we have known each other since we were kids. She's the kind of girl that one can only hope to have in their life, the kind that makes you feel whole, that gives you the hope that you can do anything. She's the girl of my dreams, my northern star, the love of my life, and she was my first kiss. None of that is real, by the way. It's just getting harder to come up with clever ways to build up to saying first. Oh, well, back on top, baby. Thank you for writing in, everybody. That's the mail. If you'd like to leave us a 5-star review on various platforms, please go do that, and we may read your review on the podcast. By may, I mean probably, because they are very slow to come in. That's it. Back to the past. I forgot which direction we were going.
I thought we were going to the future.
We're the future. We are the future.
Wait, what is that from?
That's Squidward doing a sit-up in the future episode.
Oh, you're right. And he just says that on loop. And then someone joins him. Anyway, let's go to the future.
Okay.
Past. Whatever. Let's go somewhere.
Yeah, we're back from the future. Oh, the ceiling's the ground now.
And the spiral's the other way.
Yeah, it's going inward. Woo! Spooky.
That was a good trip.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
You want to guess what the next episode is going to be based on solely the title, as such we do in the end of podcast times?
I kind of want to just guess what the title is.
Okay, don't look, though.
Okay.
What's the title? Unbalance.
How many words is it?
3.
Okay. Is one of the words a bad guy's?
No.
It has no relation to a bad guy?
No.
Okay.
You're narrowing it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to be smart about this.
Let's go by like sentence or punctuation, sentence structure. Like, is it a statement? Is it a question?
Oh, okay. Is it a statement?
No.
It's a question.
Yes. I gave you a 50-50
Yeah.
So what have you deduced so far? Everyone just wants the podcast episode to be over.
Yeah, you're right.
The title is called "What is Reality?"
Oh my God, Vireality.
Vireality. We're watching my movie next. Yes! Surprise! I finished the movie.
I would be so happy to watch that next week.
I should do that when I actually finish the movie, not tell you about it, and then just go surprise, and we watch the whole movie.
Dude, I'd be so happy,
great,
and then I'd be really excited to come on the podcast and just tear it to shit.
I would come on the podcast. Yeah. What is reality? What do you think it's about? Legitimately.
Well, somebody having a hard time, or maybe they're being more philosophical.
Okay.
Who's philosophical? Who would question what is reality?
The racial question.
I mean, is that his forte?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying things.
Is it a riddle? Is it Batman asking the question?
What was the last episode that was a question? It was the Riddler episode.
Oh God, this is a Riddler episode, isn't it?
Episode.
Okay.
They're just throwing them all at you now.
Nice.
What's the Riddler
I'm okay
doing?
with that. The Riddler
last time. Let's go over what he was doing last time. He put Batman and Robin inside a giant game.
Oh, he did.
And he made them do his bidding, or else he would kill someone.
Yes, for stealing his game thing
in this episode.
I think he's gonna get off a plane.
Oh yeah, he escaped on a plane at the end.
Yep.
So yeah, by the time you finish my maze, I'll be gone.
Yep. So the Riddler's gonna get off a plane.
It's just gonna pick up seconds later. Or the whole last 4 or 5 episodes, he's just been in the air in a plane.
And they didn't have any water, so he's been drinking straight
gin. Helicopter plane that picked up Talia. That was the Riddler flying that. But
yeah. And so he's really drunk now. He's been drinking nothing but straight gin, and he just comes off the plane. He's like, "What is reality?" And then he falls on his face down a hole, and then he wakes up in a room, and Batman's like putting on his drag makeup.
And he's like, "Oh, now you know I'm Edward Nygma, which you already knew."
Yeah, the famous programmer or video game designer. Okay, probably just the Riddler trying to make Batman question his experiences, maybe about his parents being dead. There we go.
Oh, Batman's origin story?
Basically, making him question his origin story.
Interesting. All right. If you'd like to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of the Cat in the Claw Part 2, you can email us at podcast@watchtowerdatabase.com, or you can send an audio message
to
anchor.fm/Bat-Wagon.
Nope.
Nope. /Batwagon.html. That's it. Join us on Fridays, all the Fridays,
or
every Friday.
Those couple times we haven't.
Those have already passed.
You can join us on them.
Future is bright.
Oh,
you can go to the past.
This one's great.
Yeah,
this is already
we've been on today.
This weekend, because you're here. You can slap me in the face if you wanna.
You have a very thick face. It was like smacking wood. Are you made of wood?
What is reality?
Are you Pinocchio?
It's pronounced Pinocchio.
The Mr. Pinocchio himself?
Yes.
All right, let's end the podcast. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.
I like you a lot. More than James, who's lying about loving you.
Oh, no.
The Batman, he sabotaged it somehow.
So even in defeat, the detective manages to achieve some small measure of victory. As you said, detective, this is not over.